What's up, gamers, and welcome to another Top 5 Friday. In case you haven't heard by now, there will be another Batman Arkham title, and we might even get it this year. But there hasn't been any official updates on how the game is progressing, so I just put together a little wish list of things I'd like to see in the game before the first trailer comes out. This video will talk about a lot of stuff that happened in the previous game, so if you still haven't beaten Arkham City, you might want to click away now to avoid spoilers.
5.
Okay, now don't kill me for this one. I know a lot of games shoehorn in a multiplayer that doesn't belong there and the game ends up being worse off for it, but I think a co-op multiplayer in the new Arkham game could be really badass if it's done right. It doesn't need to be incorporated into the whole game, it could just be a few optional missions where you can wreck fools as Batman and Nightwing, or Batman and Catwoman, or Batman and whoever. The way I see it happening is Batman needs to stop a bomb from going off and save Commissioner Gordon from being dropped in acid at the same time. So, one player takes each objective, and they both need to finish it in a certain amount of time, or things go boom. Then they team up to take down whichever villain was behind it. Nothing flashy, just good old-fashioned Arkham City whoop-ass with 2 players, but I think it would be fun. But it's not the most essential thing in the world, so it's only at number 5.
4.
Number 4 on the list is the return of Scarecrow. If you remember the trapdoor Easter egg on the boat in Arkham City, then you remember that Scarecrow is most likely still alive. We last saw him in the first game where he was apparently eaten by Killer Croc, but in the Easter egg we saw that there was a large order shipped to Crane from Falcone Shipping. This may have been an order of supplies to make the fear gas for a return of the Scarecrow. In Arkham Asylum, the Scarecrow delusion sequences were some of the most fun parts of the game, and this character absolutely needs to make a return.
3.
Number 3 on my list is a resolution to the Hush storyline. If you guys did all the Hush-related side missions and located him, you know that he actually escapes and he's surgically altered his face to look exactly like Bruce Wayne. I'm especially interested in the Hush storyline because he's one of my favorite villains from the comic books, and he can do all sorts of things now that he has Bruce Wayne's face. He could go on a killing spree as Bruce Wayne and let everyone see him, or he could use Bruce's company to, fund weapons of mass destruction, or he could open up a bunch of credit cards under Bruce's name and commit identity theft. Alright, that last one isn't really super villain level evil, but I'm not a super villain, you get the point. He can figure out horrible things to do as Bruce Wayne that would make Batman's life miserable.
2.
Number 2 on my list is a playable Azrael. Those of you who follow the comics know that after the Nightfall storyline, where Batman gets his back broken, Azrael steps in and dons the suit to keep fighting crime in Gotham. Azrael is a badass character and one that I feel needs to be brought to life in the next Batman game. He was in Arkham City, but he wasn't playable, he was just kind of an Easter egg. The Order of St. Dumas, who turned Azrael into the super badass assassin that he is, should also make an appearance in the next game. In fact, I wouldn't mind if the Order were the main bad guys in the next game and Azrael is torn between helping them or helping Batman. That would actually be a pretty awesome storyline.
1.
And number 1 on my list is a drivable Batmobile. Now look, I'm not saying that you should be able to drive the Batmobile around the whole time and just mow people down, but at some point you should get to unlock it and cruise around the streets of Gotham. The Batmobile is possibly the most iconic vehicle in comic book history, and its inherent awesomeness is reason enough to put it in the game. I'm also hoping that the next game world will be so large that you'll need the Batmobile at certain points to quickly get around the city. Well, that's my list. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get anything on it. I've heard rumors that the next game will involve the Justice League, so I'm not sure that's the way to go, but I have faith that the next Arkham game will be good. The last 2 were awesome, and I can't imagine the sequel being bad. Anyway, what do you guys want to see in the next Arkham game? Any specific villains, storylines, gadgets? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.